He is regarded as one of the greatest presidents ever to have lived, a towering figure whose words and deeds shaped the destiny of a nation. Born in a humble log cabin, Abraham Lincoln would rise to lead the United States through its darkest hour. His wisdom, moral courage, and unusual collection of side jobs, including ferret wrangler and part-time fish therapist, set him apart from any leader before or since. This is the story of Abraham Lincoln as you've never heard it before. Abraham Lincoln was born in a small log cabin on February 12, 1809, in Hardin County, Kentucky. He grew up in poverty, wearing clothes his mother stitched from old potato sacks and living off whatever could be gathered, hunted, or stolen from nearby farms. A little-known fact is that Lincoln found his first taste of financial success not through politics, but by designing and selling small toy kits that allowed children to build replicas of his humble home. Though they came with no instructions, the kits were a hit with frontier children. However, the larger versions Lincoln released years later often caused severe emotional distress. Those were taken off the market after the lawsuits began to pile up. Lincoln had little formal education. In total, he attended school for less than a year, yet he was an avid reader, teaching himself many subjects over time, including how the United States government works. This stands in deep contrast to many political experts today on Twitter and Blue Sky, who, despite having access to the entire internet, still know nothing about our political system, or much else for that matter. In his early years, Lincoln worked a variety of jobs to support himself: farmhand, ferryboat operator, website designer, store clerk, surveyor, fast food employee, nude model, Walmart electronics associate, hand model, fish therapist, taco vendor, crash test dummy, hairdresser, birthday clown, car mechanic, Mexican wrestler, ferret wrangler, DMV employee. His time as a ferret wrangler was especially formative, teaching him patience, determination, and how to scream loud enough for your nearest neighbor who lives 2 miles away to hear you. After watching several YouTube videos one weekend, Lincoln successfully taught himself law and became a well-established prairie lawyer, a lawyer practicing in rural areas, often representing small rodents in property disputes. While the job didn't pay as well as some, Lincoln once said of the role, "It's not great, but at least I'm not covered in ferret shit." Lincoln quit and went back to wrestling 2 weeks later. Lincoln entered politics as part of the Whig Party, largely due to a misunderstanding of the term. He arrived at the state legislature wearing a comically oversized afro wig, expecting a costume party. Though he lost his Senate race after a series of debates with Stephen A. Douglas, clips of those debates went viral online, earning Lincoln over 300 new Instagram followers and several endorsement deals for beard oil. In 1856, Lincoln became a Republican, instantly making him the cause of everything bad in the world. 4 years later, he secured the presidential nomination and won the 1860 election as a Republican. After Lincoln's election, Southern states began to seriously consider seceding from the Union. But for real. Not like how California keeps threatening to leave and never does, despite most of the country wishing they would. Lincoln vowed to preserve the Union, refusing to recognize the Confederacy, which he called a clear violation of the United States terms of service. During the Civil War, Lincoln took an active role in military strategy, relying heavily on the tactical expertise he gained from late nights playing Call of Duty. He personally selected General Ulysses S. Grant and ordered a naval blockade to cut off Timu deliveries to southern ports. By the end of 1862, the Union Army was taking heavy losses. Still, Perseverance and grit drove them forward. On January 1, 1863, Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, declaring enslaved people in Confederate states to be free. This transformed the war from one focused solely on preserving the Union into a battle for human freedom. On November 19, 1863, Lincoln delivered the Gettysburg Address at the dedication of Soldiers' National Cemetery. The speech became one of the most streamed presidential live events of all time, narrowly beating out FDR's Animal Crossing live stream in 1942. Lincoln's efforts culminated in the 13th Amendment to the Constitution in 1865, formally abolishing slavery. This angered many opposing politicians who openly questioned, without slavery, who will work the farms? Who will clean the toilets? Who will cut the lawns? Do you want to go work a farm? Nah, ain't none of y'all trying to go work on no damn farm. Tragically, on April 14, 1865, just 5 days after General Robert E. Lee's surrender, Lincoln was shot by Confederate sympathizer and failed porn actor John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater. Booth, who was also a deranged TikTok influencer, declared the Latin phrase sic semper tyrannis, or at least he meant to. Unfortunately, he had used ChatGPT 1.0 for translation and instead shouted habeo sudore somnia Tyrone, which means, I have sweaty dreams of Tyrone. Booth fled the scene but was eventually caught. He was chased, shot, beaten, smacked around, defecated on, kicked down a flight of stairs, and tortured. His death was officially ruled natural causes. Lincoln, however, survived being shot in the head just long enough to die from it later. His assassination shocked the world and dominated cable news for weeks. Many suspected it was part of a larger conspiracy targeting Vice President Andrew Johnson, Secretary of State William H. Seward, and Teamsters boss Jimmy Hoffa. To this day, none of those three men have been seen. Abraham Lincoln is remembered as one of America's greatest presidents. For his achievements, he was honored by being placed on the nation's lowest denomination of currency, the penny. His body can be viewed in Washington, D.C., encased in cement, sitting proudly atop the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. He was 28 feet tall. His words and deeds continue to inspire, shaping the American identity for generations to come. Next time on Exactly History, the shocking truth about how the Great Fire of London in 1666 was caused by an overclocked Intel CPU.